maple that we harvest is generally between 40 and 80 years old. They can be as old as 100, 120 years old. Much beyond that, you exceeded the useful life of a maple tree.
An 80-foot tall tree, only the bottom 20 feet or so are actually a veneer grade because it has the least branches in it. So the rest of the tree ends up becoming lumber for furniture. Hard maple in general as a material has a high tensile strength. It's not like what you would find in a 2x4 or a sheet of plywood. It's very hard, tough wood. You look at a skateboard when it smacks into a curb and it takes a lot of abuse.
The hard maple is such a dense tree that these 12-foot sections of logs weigh in at nearly 1 ton apiece. But how tough is the maple? And better yet, how much force can a skateboard take? To figure this out, we came to Soul Technology, makers of Etnies, Emerica, and S Footwear. Here at the Soul Technology Institute, the biomechanics of skateboarding are studied. The first of its kind, STI, is a scientific research lab solely dedicated to the study of action sports. Primarily, STI is researching the abuse that a skateboarder's body takes, but we're going to use some of their tools to see how much abuse the wood takes. This is the force plate.
You can think of a force plate as essentially as a big bathroom scale. And the advantage the force plate gives us is it tells us not only how much vertical force is being applied to his foot, but we're also getting three-dimensional moments so we can measure how much twisting force or torque that he's coming down on the plate with.
And this is Ryan Sheckler. Ryan weighs in at 114 pounds. Let's see what happens.
Well, what we found today, when Ryan was skating an 8-stair handrail and successfully landing tricks, he was averaging about 6 to 12.5 times body weight.
Ryan's heaviest weigh-in of the day was on this frontside flip.
And on that one, he averaged around 12.5 times his body weight on that landing.
So let's do the math. Sheckler weighed in at 114 pounds, and on his heaviest landing came down with a force of 1,425 pounds, 12.5 times his body weight.
So the largest impact of force we've ever recorded here in the lab was from an individual who weighed 180 pounds. And what we found is he came down on the force plate with 22 times his body weight, which is roughly equivalent to about 4,000 pounds of force.
Depending on how you use the body's natural shock absorbing system of hips and knees, the force you're coming down with, according to this example, can range from twice your body weight to 22 times your body weight.